proof parlay.
You're a designated pour. Oh, it's really high proof, but it's like it tastes like cookie dough. Like it's so fucking good. If it burns, it's a high proof. It's so fun.
So does it. Prohibition craft spirits. There we go. There it is.
Oh! All right, so we got the intro, bourbon pour.
You love bourbon.
Week 1
You
picks
love
and the
balls.
key storylines for tonight.
Now put your balls where your bourbon is. Whiskey with Friends presents Bourbon and Balls with your hosts, Vinny, Colby,
excited when I
Anthony,
say
and
that.
Aaron.
All right. Thank you, friends, for joining, and welcome to Bourbon and Balls, episode 11 on the NFL Kickoff 2021. Yeah, I botched that one. Yeah, it's football season, guys. It's football season.
Very exciting. Back.
Today, we have a pretty cool show for you. We're just going to do a little bit of news, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but then we're going to do sort of a pregame show. We're going to talk about our keys for tonight. What do we want to see tonight from both teams? What storylines are we looking for? What's the hype coming into the game? So a little bit of a pregame during the pregame.
Yeah.
Shit, that's what I should have called the show.
I liked it. Pregame opportunity. Pregame. Yeah. Next week's
Pre-gaming.
Colby, why don't you kick us off with our pour?
This week we're drinking Nulu, their single barrel strength. If you've seen this review, you know that we really like this.
Love it.
What's the proof on that?
It's
118.8, so it's
nothing.
a barrel
it's like,
proof.
It's like milk.
This is their barrel 27, which we found.
Yeah, it's a high proof. It's a barrel proof.
Yeah.
This is if it's not my favorite barrel proof, it's
top
damn
2,
close.
top 3.
Yeah.
I mean, top 3 by far, but it could be top 2 or my all-time favorite.
Yeah, it's super
But
good.
Prohibition Craft Spirits, they just source MGP, but what they source, they know how to age it.
Yeah.
It is absolutely delightful.
Pretty sure they age it in a vat of cookie dough
Yeah.
because it's so good.
I'm pretty sure.
This was like one of our
That's
first
hot.
reviews. This is probably I think this is our highest viewed review just because it's not that well known. Like people are just, it's relatively new and people are just figuring out about it. When it first came to Florida, it was on like a trial run. There was only 2 barrels that you could find, 27 and 52.
Yeah.
And there's
they're
a big difference.
considerably
Big
different.
difference between the
Yeah.
two. The 27, which is what we're drinking
It
now,
was
is much smoother.
It was like cookie dough. It was just.
Yeah, super good. And the 52 was
It was
good,
it
but
was
had
delicious. It was still sweet, but it was a little harsher.
for sure. Yeah. All right, gentlemen.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers
to
to football.
a new season.
Yes,
Yeah.
to a new season.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
so good.
That is good.
Glad you bought Southwest Florida out of their Nulu stock a couple months back.
It was like they didn't know if it was coming back or not, and I still have not seen it since.
No,
I bought like 8 bottles of it after we
going.
did the first review. I still have the whole
Dude,
stock.
I mean,
Maybe we'll do a giveaway.
You
You
are
are 100% that asshole that finds something and will buy every single bottle.
You're just upset because the store limited you to 1, and my attractive wife was able to buy a whole case.
She went into the store topless.
Yeah, well, then they should have been free. Then why did I have to pay for it?
Well, I gotta say, it is crazy that this is just cookie dough.
Yeah,
Like it's still
so
the finish
good.
is all cookie dough.
I was a little nervous. Like, did I overhype it? Is it really as good as I remember? It's so good.
I think you underhyped it. We somehow underhyped a bottle that we absolutely love.
Oh, man, so good. All right.
I mean, you definitely have that burn, but you can. It's
Well, it's a high
sweet.
proof.
Yeah.
For the proof, it's ridiculously smooth.
Yeah.
For general bourbon, it has a little bit of burn.
I gotta say, this is probably my favorite barrel proof, right above
So
Rare
good.
Breed.
I feel my
because
face
I like
getting
Rare
warm
Breed
already.
a lot.
Rare Breed's really good. And
But
obviously, there's some GTS bottles that are ridiculous.
It's in a class of its own.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if
It's
it
a
is.
George.
This is way, like, sweeter.
Yeah,
Not smoother. All right. Let's talk shop. Let's talk some news.
let's do it.
Aaron, why don't you talk to us a little bit about, are you the one that told us the TJ Watt story? Or is that
Ooh,
this?
yeah.
Yeah,
Breaking. Is this
Breaking news.
It's 100 and
$112 million.
I was
4 years,
saying
$112
yeah.
million, $80 million guaranteed.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, dude's worth it. He's young in his
How
prime.
old is he? 26?
Well, not even that.
Not even.
He's
Not
young.
even.
Been
And-
married 3-4 years.
And fun fact about that is when the Bears and Steelers play, they'll have the top 5 defensive players.
Really?
Yeah, well, highest paid defensive players playing in that game.
So who has the 3 and who has the 2?
Oh, it's Mac.
Or do you have 4?
I mean, I think Quinn is up there.
No.
He's making
can't.
There's
You're
no-
talking about
your
like
boys
edge
definitely got to be
rusher?
on
No,
that list.
like money.
Overall
like
Xavier
money.
Howard?
Like how much
Oh,
money
no,
they're
no,
making.
no.
Robert, you guys pay Robert Quinn.
Oh, he's talking about
Yeah,
paid.
dude, that's why.
Saying
That's
the
why.
five, he's saying the
you're
5
saying
highest
top
paid
five,
defensive
top-
players.
Yeah,
in
not
the game.
best.
I'm
the
curious
highest.
as to who those top 5 are.
What's Mac?
Yeah,
Mac's
and Watt.
one. Watt.
The other 3 get a little.
Jalen
Eddie
Ramsey's got to
Goldman?
be one. Jalen Ramsey getting paid like $20 million.
But he's not in that game.
No, but that's got to be top 5.
Cameron Hayward probably paid.
Maybe
it's line-
maybe it's I was
maybe
gonna
it's
say maybe it
line
doesn't
or-
count
but-
defensive backs.
Yeah.
Either way, so
What I think
you're
last
saying
week
he's worth it.
I'm saying
You
he's
like
worth
the
it.
deal?
Yeah.
The only thing that's going to suck for him is the first game he plays, he's not going to have a sack.
Why? Just because he signed the deal?
And they're going to get blown out.
Oh, the Bills.
So all I know
Yeah.
is Josh Allen's going to get his back blown out by T.J. Watt, and then we're going to have to hear him cry about it.
Josh Allen always has his lower shoulder and Watt's done for the season.
Let me ask you this:
It's
Colby.
Watt's a Watt.
How
Ask
many
me.
sacks, interceptions, or tackles for a loss does he need to get this year to
I mean,
justify $112 million?
He needs
Double
to get
digits,
close
at
to.
least.
He needs to get close to like 20 sacks. I mean,
Well,
that's a.
20
No.
sacks.
Dude, I'm saying
That's-
double digits, and I think
No,
that's
I
a good
mean,
day at the office.
You're talking the highest paid defender in the NFL. He needs to he's not worth more than like.
20's crazy.
Yeah, but
I mean,
still.
that's absurd. I mean, I think personally,
I don't know. I don't think it's worth it for an edge rusher person. You have to be a game changing player. T.J. Watt is absolutely the best, at least top 2, if not the best at his position. But the only defender in the NFL, in my opinion, that's worth like that stupid money there, no, because he's a game changer.
I think
You have to have 3 offensive
I think
linemen to
T.J.
block
Watt's a
him.
game changer.
I think
Yes.
It's a ridiculous amount of money, but like, what's the alternative? Like, you either have to
I mean,
trade
he's
him.
going to get it somewhere else.
Yeah.
I
exactly.
think-
So you
I
may
think-
as well keep him in the house.
defensive ends are probably what you
Tell us the story that you were telling us before the show started about how the deal got done here in the 11th hour.
Oh yeah. He went into Art Rooney's office and said, "I'll take that deal." His agent said, "Don't take the deal. I'll get you more money." And he's like, "You know what? I want to play." He went and took the deal and said, "All right, I got to go. I got to work out now."
Yeah.
I mean, the guy is.
He's a
There's
machine.
there's players
He's a
in the NFL.
baller, yeah.
There's players in the
Same with his
NFL
brother,
that
same
you
way.
just
The whole
JJ
family.
Watt.
Yeah.
you can't dislike them.
No.
There's players like, "Oh, that guy's an asshole." He's not. Even if he's going against you, it's like he's still like that's that player you want.
Dominican.
Plus, he's got that subway.
Dominican
He's got that subway money. So
Yeah.
you know,
He's just it's just players you want on your
Yeah.
team. There's players that
Yeah.
are really good, and you're like, you know what, they're not worth it because of the headache.
yeah, the drama.
But he is, when you play a player like that, you don't get that headache. You get
No.
a player
With
that says,
Jadeveon Clowney might be one of those.
I don't want him because
Nah,
he's
he's
a
a
headache.
pain in the ass.
You know?
All right, T.J. Watt got paid.
Bucs.
Latavius Murray got cut.
Yeah, an hour. And did you hear that?
What?
Yeah.
They called him in. He had an hour to say. They
If you
said,
wanted a pay cut or not.
"Yeah, pay cut. We're going to wait till the last hour. You have to decide whether you're going to take this pay cut or not." I mean, that's shiesty.
Last hour before what? Before his
3
money was
o'clock,
guaranteed.
Before his $3 million was guaranteed.
Who was that?
Latavius
Latavius
Murray.
Murray. The Saints asked him to take a
That
pay
was
cut,
crazy.
Yeah.
That's great.
and he said no, and they
Yeah.
cut him. He'll land on his feet.
Oh, yeah.
What's crazy about it
Soon to be
is
Raven.
Probably.
I hope so. That's why I haven't dropped him from fantasy.
They're signing-
I
they
drafted him. I
signed-
cut him,
They
but
signed
Oh,
Le'Veon
I have
Bell.
lit-
They
I
signed-
drafted Latavius.
no,
Murray.
I got him and then I cut him.
they
Latavius
cut him.
Murray is instantly the best running back on the market.
Well,
With
yeah,
the
right
cut.
Well, but today
The Ravens
Devontae Freeman
Freeman
got
got-
signed by the
by
Ravens.
the Ravens. Yeah, right after Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell's
They signed
no longer
Le'Veon Bell to the
They're
practice squad,
literally-
and today they signed Devontae Freeman.
I thought I was just joking. I said they're going to throw shit at the wall.
Oh,
and see what
no,
sticks, but
they
they're
are.
literally doing it.
Yeah, they
trying to get some
actually
sticky
are.
shit.
Latavius Murray, what's crazy though is first of all, like the only other back that they have in the backfield, not literally the only other, they have some schmuck, I'm sure, but is that second year kid, Tony Jones Jr., who spent 16 games on the practice squad last year. He was only active in week 17 and he had 3 carries. So this kid is essentially a rookie.
Yeah.
He's like a redshirt rookie basically.
It's TJJ. You don't know about TJJ?
And that's it. Like
You ain't familiar?
something happens to Kamara, and that's him.
They're
That's
putting
it.
all their eggs in one basket.
Well,
With Kamara
something
there.
happened to Kamara last year, and Latavius Murray stepped in and was.
And it was
Latavius
great.
Murray had a career year.
He averaged like
7 yards or some
7 yards
shit.
per carry.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, that just shows you.
You don't want to
no
give him $3
loyalty.
million for that? Just for that
no-
insurance?
Not
That
for
peace of
running
mind?
backs. There's no
loyalty in the NFL.
Other positions.
no,
Other
yeah.
positions there is.
I mean,
but
look
not,
at someone like
not running backs.
Devontae Freeman. 3 years ago, he was a
You can say that
first
with anyone.
round.
Todd
Yeah.
Gurley.
There was something
Le'Veon
like
Bell,
I
there's
saw
a million
something like
guys
3
like
years
that.
ago. The top 3 like backs like drafted in fantasy football was like Todd Gurley.
Devontae Freeman was
Like
one of
3
them.
years ago.
Yeah, and it's like and now look where
and
everybody-
Le'Veon Bell
Yeah,
probably.
it's like
Yeah.
Bell said, now look where they're at. And you're like,
Yeah.
holy shit,
They're all on
that's
the
their.
Ravens now.
And
But it
then
happened with everybody. David Johnson fell off a cliff when he
David
was
Johnson
coming.
had
Jordan
one
Howard.
good year, then just like hit a wall of injuries.
Jordan Howard
Now he's
broke records on the
Jordan
Bears, and
Howard.
then
Now he's
never heard
getting
of it again.
now he's getting cut from
Yeah.
fucking
He's been
everywhere.
bounced around. You know,
He's back where he started though.
Yeah.
Well, not literally
No,
started,
back
but
in the
back in the
Eagles,
Eagles. Yeah. All right. Jeez. We touched on the Ravens running backs. What a fucking touch of death. The Ravens to running backs are me to fantasy football right now.
there it is.
Whatever
There it
they're,
is.
whatever
There it
they're
is.
doing in
Fucking
practice,
touch of death,
yeah,
man.
whatever they're doing in practice, stop.
Let's
Practice.
Just don't.
Just
Practice
sit
has
on
been
your
canceled
couch.
today.
Like
Oh,
they just need to run in
shit.
straight
Yeah.
lines, no cutting. I mean,
So
every
last
player is
week,
getting ACL
my third round fantasy pick, J.K. Dobbins,
and you
out
got
for
him
the
in
year
like,
with a torn ACL. Then
where you got him, people were passing over him
Oh,
left and right.
a day or two
I'm
later,
glad, yeah.
Yeah,
Justice
predicting the
Hill
future with that one.
tears his Achilles
This is what
out
he
for
gets
the
though
year.
rigging the draft.
Then this week, today, one
Gus Edwards.
fucking play apart, Gus Edwards and Marcus Peters probably
Yeah.
tore their ACLs.
Yeah.
7 fucking days, 3 torn ACLs and a torn Achilles.
That's some bad karma.
That is.
I don't know what's going on.
Sounds like the Chargers.
Fucking touch
years
of death.
past.
They need to fix.
Sounds
that
like the
field.
49ers every year.
Yeah.
Just need to fix that field.
Holy shit, man. And then we have a
Drink some
bunch
more
of
milk.
other injuries. We're not going to go through it.
Some
That's the
milk,
thing.
it's not
They
really
need
muscle,
to
but
mix.
still.
They need to fucking work some calcium into their
At
diet.
At this point,
It's anything.
burn some sage.
Get rid of those Los
Los
Spookies.
Spookies.
Yeah. All right, and then we have a bunch of other injuries. We're not going to run through them all. I figured we'll just optimistic, pessimistic, right? These are the guys that I think will play. You chime in if you disagree with any of them. Austin Eckler, I think will play. Saquon Barkley is going to play. Tyrann Mathieu, he's in COVID protocol. I think he'll be out by Sunday. Carson Wentz is finally going to play.
That actually blows my mind because it's like a month ago they were like he's done for at least the
8
first
weeks.
few
They were like, yeah, they said
8
8 weeks.
But
Yeah,
I
and it's
think
been 3.
I think that's a team that goes worst case scenario. So that
They
worst
had 2 guys with the same injury, and they're both going to play this
yeah.
week.
I
so.
mean, I think they
Yeah.
went worst case scenario.
Oh, you have
That
to.
one.
You have
Yeah.
to. I mean, you don't want to reveal your hand.
Yeah.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire looks like he's going to play.
Yeah.
DeAndre
boy.
Swift went from like unlikely to now he's like they're not even snap counting him.
Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk looks like he's going to play. Julio Jones looks like he's going to play. So a lot of key fantasy guys there. The pessimistic ones, Curtis Samuel, if 2 days ago he would have been on the other list. 2 days ago he would have been on the optimistic list. And then yesterday
You had him on your fantasy team.
I
still does.
do. He's just on the
That's what I'm
bench.
saying.
he
You got him started.
he's been dealing with a groin issue all off
He was
season.
excited
Sometimes
about
he
it.
practices, sometimes he doesn't, this, that. But yesterday it looked like
The
he
groin is-
aggravated
yeah.
the shit out of it. And groins linger.
Groins, those
Oh,
soft
my-
tissue
my
groin
groin
injuries
lingers.
linger.
Yeah. The taste of it.
You go 4 days without a phone and tell me your groin's not hurting.
I try something different in the bedroom, and I get my groins done for like.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get old.
Sorry about that.
I
I
know.
thought your leg could handle that. Zach Martin ruled out for tonight. Didn't get out of COVID protocol.
That's a big factor.
Yeah,
for the
that's
Cowboys.
a huge. That's one of the things I want to
Huge.
talk about when we get into tonight's show.
Yeah.
We'll definitely touch on that.
Yeah.
But Rashad Bateman, T.Y. Hilton, Kenny Galladay, Evan Ingram, Irv Smith, any of those guys.
I mean, I'm going to say this right now. When isn't T.Y. Hilton on it?
oh, I know.
At this
I mean,
point,
lately-
I'll be shocked when he's healthy.
Yeah.
I'll be
Honestly,
shocked
these
when he's
guys,
healthy.
all these guys are guys you hear all the time. I mean, Kenny Galladay was hurt all last year.
Yeah.
Gets a huge
Oh, I know.
contract from the
I
Giants.
traded a lot.
That seems
for Kenny
very
Galladay
giant.
last
No,
year.
who is? I mean, who,
Evan Ingram was
Evan
hurt
Ingram?
last year.
Yeah.
Irv Smith
He never got. He played.
He's
all
too
year.
young in his
Yeah, he was
career.
I
too
don't
young.
even, I don't
Who are
even
the other
know
ones you
anything
said?
about her.
Rashad Bateman, Zach
He's a
Martin's
rookie.
COVID. That doesn't really
Zach Martin
count.
doesn't count.
And the Curtis Samuel, the
That doesn't. Yeah.
groin injuries.
Yeah,
suck,
I mean,
man.
Kenny
Yeah.
Golladay was hurt all last year. I mean, I like Kenny Golladay. I think when he's healthy, he's a top 10 receiver. He is unbelievable. But he's hurt all the time. I don't even know why I drafted
he's
him.
hurt and he's on a shitty team. I was completely off of him. I don't know if unless he fell 5 rounds below his ADP, he was off my
That's
fucking
why
list.
I drafted him in my
Yeah.
league.
Well, I
last
took
night
him-
because
I
it
took
was
him.
super late.
Like a round or two below where he was supposed to be.
Yeah,
taken.
I think a lot of people are off of him.
Yeah.
Completely off of
Well,
him.
when you're a
Fuck
receiver,
that
you're
shit.
bad. You've been battling injuries for a while, and you come out and you're like, our offense is going to struggle. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm good.
With a questionable quarterback, a god awful line,
It's a questionable
a
team.
great running
Yeah.
back. It's just a recipe
I mean,
for a good
I
tight
can't-
end.
I
It's
mean,
just a
that-
recipe for wide receivers to
Yeah.
do nothing.
I think I'm going to pull the trigger on my boy.
Who's your boy?
Visca Chenault, and switch him out and take Galladay out of the starting lineup and put Chenault.
I mean, that's
So
that's
after
terrible.
my,
Oh,
I'm gonna vent here for a second, even though it's your whatever shot of the week.
Shot of the week.
So drafted J.K. Dobbins, he gets hurt.
Well,
I drop him last week. So I drop him. I pick up Latavius Murray. He gets cut the next day.
Mhm.
I already had Gus Edwards. Thank
Yeah.
God I handcuffed him.
Yeah.
He tore his ACL today. And then there was a fourth one. Oh, Irv Smith. And I drafted Irv Smith, and he's out for probably the year. So I have lost 4 guys before the first game of fantasy
It
football.
seemed like it was just yesterday when you said Irv Smith was he's all right.
Just know we
Yeah,
have
I did
we have
think
a
that.
spicy gummy on the
Yeah.
line.
Do you want
We have a
to?
spicy
Yeah, we'll
gummy
talk
on the
about
line.
that. We'll talk about that. So we're in a fantasy league. We were actually going to stream our fantasy draft last week, but we had some technical issues, and you guys don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So we have a
Pretty
friends
much.
league,
For the
and
4 people that watch.
we bet hard. So last year, I had to wash Aaron's car. You had to mow my lawn one time. It used to be
You got to win. That Mimo on the lawn was a win for you, and that's I feel like it was the first
I
one.
mowed half of it for you.
No.
No, that was the game. We went to the game. That was the
Yeah, we went
That
to
was
the-
the Bears at Dolphins.
I sweat my ass off at the game, dude. That was so hot that day.
I told it. We're going to the Bills game. And
You wouldn't do the bet that
What?
I proposed.
Yeah, well, we discussed that. I'm not gonna.
it was a 2-piece. What was it?
It was
Doing
you
what
had,
in the
you had to
two-piece?
wash your boat in a 2-piece.
Yeah.
We went.
Ah, come on, that's not that.
I actually offered him a 1-piece, and he still
Let's
said
get a
no.
Speedo. What's wrong with
Got
a
a lot of
Speedo?
loose skin,
You
man.
lost like
So?
200 pounds.
That's
Yeah,
that's why he's
I was
subconscious.
rocking-
So I
was
said,
rocking
wear
that
the
2-piece.
1-piece, like a wrestling
like
singlet.
Borat? Oh,
Yeah.
get Borat's bathing suit.
I mean, I'll wear a wrestling singlet or Borat's.
I more meant one of
Borat.
Leah's 1-piece bathing suits. That's what I was imagining. Singlet's
Dude,
not
you
the
can
same.
wear a Speedo. They even bulk up the balls and the dick, so it looks like you actually have a big.
I don't need that bulked up anymore.
Oh, you
That's the
don't.
great part.
Oh,
That's
nice.
They say for every
Yeah.
was it 50 pounds or 25 pounds?
15.
Every
So,
15
20,
pounds you
25. It's like
I think
25.
yeah, whatever. For every certain amount of pounds you
Get it.
lose,
Yeah,
an extra inch of your dick.
We'll
comes
ask.
out.
We'll ask Leah about this.
Okay, well
We'll
you're at
ask- we'll ask
15
his wife.
pounds, so that makes sense. Because then if you multiply whatever, but
Damn near 200 pounds. I'll let you guys
So,
do the math
yeah.
on how big my dick is.
yeah, it went from negative an
That's,
inch and a
if
half.
it's 15
It's
pounds,
4
he's got
inches
like a
right now.
13-inch dick right now.
That's what's brushing up on my
Yeah.
weight.
Yeah, All right, sir. It's time for shot of the week.
Shot of the week. Shot of the week.
Why don't you talk to us? Talk dirty to us.
So I'll pull my shot out first. But
It's not even
you know what?
chilled, man.
I put it in the fridge.
This
It's
is
been
the
out.
You got a
first.
foot in the.
This
put
is
it in
the
freezer.
first.
I put it in there for a few hours.
Break it
So-
out. Yeah.
So what I decided was, let's go old school. Let's go back to high school.
This is the first thing I ever got drunk off of in my life.
And
This is the first thing I ever.
Pretty
threw up
sure
on
I
my
was
life.
there. Yeah,
I
pretty
actually
sure, yeah.
went.
At
I
Todd's
went to the
house.
store
Yeah,
to
that
get.
sounds awfully familiar.
I went to the store to get.
Yeah, you were
Jaeger.
drumming with Sean Wilson.
Well, I wasn't there, so that's my
Like
shot.
plain drums, or is this like?
So
Because we don't need to count.
I actually went to the liquor store to get Jaeger, and I passed what I have now, and I'm like, you know what, I'm doing this. Come to find out, it's a good thing because apparently you like to fight people after drinking Jaeger. So
That'll
But
be
no-
like I said. It's bourbon and brawls.
Yeah,
So-
I've been known
brand
to, I've been known to crack a mouth too after a
So-
shot of Jaeger.
I know everyone has done this once in their life, and that's Goldschlager.
Let me point this out though. There's like
barely any gold.
20th of the gold that you
they
got very
really
stingy with the
skimped
gold.
out. Do you know what the gold is for?
To cut your throat.
Yeah.
I think you told me that.
Yeah. The reason they put little little chips in there is because it makes little micro cuts in your throat as you're swallowing it, and the alcohol gets into your bloodstream.
It looks
faster.
like the dander of a ginger.
I mean,
So one of us is getting throat pregnant tonight.
probably.
Oh, I hope it's me.
Anthony always gets thrown.
That's true. He's gonna learn to spit better.
Yeah.
So this is.
So what's your shot? What's your proverbial
Yeah,
shot?
What is it too?
My shot of the week is I'm just frustrated with hearing everyone and their mother, all these freaking analysts saying the Patriots, the Patriots, the Patriots.
Pretty sure Stephen A. Smith.
I am no.
Stephen A. Smith
thinks
not.
Really?
A lot of people are saying.
Stephen A.
There's
Smith.
people
He thinks
even coming
Brady's
out
the
saying
Patriots,
that
so.
the Patriots are going to win the East. Like, one, they lost. I mean, yeah, Cam Newton didn't play well last year, but it's still Cam Newton. He plays better than a lot of
Then Andy Dalton. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
We get it.
And now you have a rookie. You're getting a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Listen, and this is one thing I said to you earlier. Justin Herbert played out of his mind last year. Out of his mind.
Historical season.
Out of his mind.
Greatest rookie season.
Mac
of all
Jones
time.
isn't going to do that. And they still lost. They still
They won
won
like
four games.
Yeah, right.
So and they have a pretty good team. I thought Chargers was a good team. There's no way
Can't be that good.
you're playing in a division with the Dolphins who are coming up. The Dolphins should be a 10-win team.
Appreciate that.
There should be.
They
I
should
have
be
him
a 10
slated. I have him slated for 11.
I mean, the Bills are
I'll
probably
give
going
them
to go.
They're 17-win team.
The Bills are going to go undefeated this year, of course. 17 wins. But I mean, for real, I mean, they're going to win a lot of games.
Oh yeah.
You cannot say that the Patriots.
Even the
win.
Jets.
I mean,
the Jets had a bigger offseason than the Patriots.
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
the Jets are like not gonna obviously like low key sneaky like make the playoffs, but I think they're gonna be a 7-8 win team this year, and they're gonna.
I mean, it literally
Surprised
reminds
a
me
lot of
of.
people.
The Jets are still the Jets, but I think that they are going to be better. We are going to see improvement.
But it literally reminds me of like a movie you watch where there's someone that runs a whole town and they can do whatever they want, and whatever they say goes.
Walking tall?
Pretty much. There you go.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Comes in,
Like-
shakes things up.
And it doesn't matter what the Patriots do, but they're just going to say they're the best ever. Like, come on. Like, yes, last year they shit the bed. They sucked. They shouldn't be much better this year. They have
They'll be worse.
What did they win last year?
8 games? 7 games?
That sounds about right. 8 is what I
They
would
were.
guess.
This is their first year under 500.
Oh, they were under
Yeah,
500, so they
yeah,
must have been 7 and 9.
seven.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you still can't. Cam Newton's not a shit.
But it's like,
But he's
and,
not-
and
he's
where
not
were
playing
like
that.
where were their upgrades? Fucking tight end.
Yeah,
Like you lost defensive
Belichick
pieces.
likes some tight
You
ends.
lost offensive
they lost
pieces.
arguably their best
But-
receiver the
And
past
this is
5
what
years.
Yeah.
I
Only
gets me
that'll
frustrated with these players. You bring players in.
You got rid of a
Okay.
running back.
You
You have a rookie quarterback. Like, I am happy to take a shot with you on this
But
because
you
it's
break-
fucking ridiculous.
But you bring these players in.
Apostles.
Fuck you, Tom
Okay.
Brady.
Fuck you.
You bring in tight end. You bring in Jono Smith. His quarterback was Ryan Tannehill. Super accurate. And tight ends are normally pretty open. That's what you're,
Well,
I'm
I
thinking.
mean,
Then you have Justin
Tannehill.
Herbert throwing to Hunter Henry. Mac Jones is a rookie.
In all fairness, Hunter Henry is just always hurt anyway.
Yeah, another guy.
you
Factor
have
him
a
in about
rookie
8 games next year.
coming from a team that was throwing to receivers that were 5-10 yards wide open. Come on, I just can't see it.
When your
I'm with you.
receivers, Devontae Smith and fucking Jalen Waddle, that is just ridiculous.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
I think Mac Jones is intelligent, and I think he's sitting behind a top 3 line in the NFL. The Patriots have a great
They
line.
have a great line, but you got to realize they lost Joe Tooney as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. I forgot they lost.
He's a chef.
Ah, that's right.
He is.
that's right.
He is.
They paid him
So,
a lot
like,
of fucking money.
Either way, top 5 then. So he's a smart kid behind a really good
Appreciate
offensive
this.
line. But you're going against some of the best defensive minds in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like Brian
Thank
Flores,
you.
he has to play twice.
I'm
I don't know
still
who your
looking.
defensive coordinator is, but your defense is always very good.
Yeah.
Even the Jets, their defense is good. Like they've had no offense, but
You
they had a
CJ
They've
solid
Mosley
always
back.
had a good.
Yeah,
That's
mostly
six-
I think that's CJ Mosley back, who is
Yeah,
a sick
that's
linebacker.
6 fucking games against really, really good
Yeah.
defenses, and then you're playing everybody else. Like the hype is absurd.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It
Every
is.
year.
Any other team in the NFL, you're right, it's a Patriot thing because any other team in the NFL, it doesn't matter how fucking good you are. You have a rookie quarterback, they expect you to lose. They expect you to struggle.
There's going to be
Why the
growing
fuck
pains.
did Mac Jones, who got
The
picked
anointed one.
15th or something,
Dude,
Don't get me started on this. Don't get me started on this.
fucking quarterback off the board, and he's the fucking
He's
safe-
starting
Oh,
and Fields is behind Andy
fifth
fucking
quarterback
Ginger
off the
Bolton.
board.
I have no problem with Fields sitting at Rams week 1.
Oh, yeah? To his first game, who did he play against?
Was it Rams?
Yeah, and who did he light up?
Not week 1 though.
It doesn't matter week 1. To his first game was against who?
Yeah, all right, you're right.
And he lit them up.
But it wasn't week 1.
But he lit them
And also,
up.
Justin Fields isn't to it.
You're right, he's better.
We'll see.
Ooh.
He's nothing
He's better.
right now. Right
He's
now, he's
better.
a fucking backup.
Yeah, because of Nagy. But
I thought you
again,
said-
I feel like you're trying to gaslight me right now, and I'm not buying.
To fuck the Patriots.
Fuck the
Fuck the
Patriots and fuck you,
Patriots.
Tom
Chin,
Brady.
Chin,
Cheers,
chin.
cheers.
Cheers.
It's like syrup.
Chase it with this.
That's somehow worse than
Oh, it's so thick.
Fireball. Yeah.
Oh God.
It's got terrible mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Mouthfeel is one of my least favorite drinking terms.
I can feel that.
I don't breathe
felt,
through my nose, so I don't taste it. I just
It's
want
felt
thick
the gold. The cold.
It's like
I
a
just
The
think
gold?
of liquid.
just a thick
I felt the
mouthfeel.
flakes.
Let's
Oh,
get these on.
that was a
When
horrible.
I
yeah.
think about
Why
going
did
to
I
the
do that?
bathroom, I think of the Dave Chappelle skit
It reminds me of
where he's like,
Why
I
did I do
sprinkled diamonds on my food so my beauty twinkles.
that? I don't know why I bought that.
You know why you bought
Yeah,
it. You're
'cause
being
you're a piece
dick.
of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a
dude.
It's just like melting Big Red in a spoon like a cokehead and then just drinking it.
It's
Oh, that's-
syrupy.
that's a horrible-
I
I can
so
feel
syrupy.
It's a liqueur.
I dislike that more than Fireball.
Oh yeah, I would drink
That's
Fireball over that.
disgusting.
Oh yeah, I was pounding.
I don't. It's probably
This
been.
is not good.
Jeez, it's been
Been
19
close to 20
years.
years.
Yeah,
It's been
Easily
solid
20
2 decades for us.
Yeah.
At least.
But
I think the
drinking
one and
this
only
stuff
time
like-
I ever had it was I think it was our prom night.
Dude,
That sounds like a
But-
Goldschlager to me.
It's just so crazy because back then it was like, let's drink Goldschlager, like let's do shots, like and we all wanted more and more shots. Like
Yeah, there was a reason that was
Why?
20 years. People
Dumb.
also used to drink Rumpelmans
Yeah.
then.
yeah, rubber. I was
That's
Puckers. That's Pucker.
I have Puckers.
Sounds like when
apple.
alcoholic energy drinks were like
Yeah.
Volts and shit were
Hope you're not talking about fucking what was that shit we drank forever?
there's Sparks and Volt or
No,
some
with
shit.
Phil. The stuff we
Boone's
drank.
Farm and Mad Dog.
The wine,
2020 and all that.
the caffeine wine.
Never heard
Caffeine
of
wine.
caffeine one.
That's not what it's called.
Let's get this.
Anyway.
Let's get this to fuck.
All right,
up.
let's get the
Four
show.
Locos
on.
used to.
Four Locos.
Dude,
That's what
oh,
that's
man,
what
Four
it's
I
called.
felt like Superman ready to
I
jump through a freaking.
The worst. Those are the worst hangovers I ever had in my
listen,
life.
I got drunk. I got drunk a couple months ago. Went to the gas
New
station.
Four Locos
and,
don't count.
Yeah.
and I bought a case, and it's still sitting in my outdoor cooler.
That's because he bought
A case of the Four Locos seltzers.
Yeah, I had one of those.
And then you get
I didn't try.
They're
it.
okay. I've had one.
Four Loco now. They made them cut. They made them cut down the alcohol percentage, and they made them cut down the caffeine.
Yes.
Yeah.
People
So
are
the
not
new
positive.
Four
They're
Loko.
having heart attacks.
I know.
Give me the OG
It was,
stuff.
yeah, it was like fucking.
I heard the OG stuff got like turned into fuel.
It was fuel.
Yeah.
It got turned
Like I said,
into-
Dude, I was a big dude. Just fly.
They
Yeah.
were putting, holy shit! They were putting like phentermine in the friggin' Four Locos.
Fen-phen?
It's like-
They were like Red Bull vodkas in a can, and you were just fucking.
Dude, they were stronger.
It was
I
way
feel like
more
they were
Red
strong.
Bull.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
it was
more
like
Red
double
Bull.
the Red Bull, double the vodka.
Well, because they were. It's literally double.
Yeah,
Dude, I used-
All right, we got two more segments. Our two exciting ones. The first one, we all did our wins this week, and we're going to keep track of this year. Where you're going to see,
do it.
we already know, like,
Who's
I'm the good one, you're the one who argues with himself, he's the monotone one, he's our drinker. But
Yeah,
now we're going to
there we
see
go.
and accountability.
Where did you come to the good one from?
what's obvious.
I drink and accountability.
And accountability.
Accountability.
And
So
your
that's
only
great.
thing
My whole
is,
thing is.
but now we're going to find out who the actual best football analyst is.
I shoot from
Okay.
the hip. I go
I know
with my
you do.
heart.
Yeah,
I go
well,
with
Like
my
a
soul
cowboy.
tells me.
We're going to
Yeah,
see, and
I
we're going
do.
to see if your heart lets you down or not
Do
this
you know
year.
why this is
It
going to help
lets me
this year?
down.
Why?
because even when the Bills were like 1-16 or 1-15,
You were like, Bills.
I was picking Bills.
I myself to a table.
And so now they're actually going to put some wins on.
Yeah, this guy's fucking.
So we're going to talk through the games. We'll brush over the ones that are a consensus. We'll talk through the ones that there's some disagreements and figure out why. First one is tonight's game because, guys,
There's a game.
fucking football season is upon us.
Hold on.
We're here, baby.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
First of all,
I've done
it'll
that
definitely
before.
be like a.
I'm pretty sure we wouldn't hear anything.
What's not happening?
if
Yeah,
I throw my weight
stand up.
into it, I got something behind
I
it.
throw my weight into it.
Yeah, what you have is fucking.
Yeah. Anyone
Oh,
throws their weight
fuck.
into it.
All right,
You not anymore.
Bucks,
You skinny
Just throw
little
the dick
bitch.
into it.
Cowboys
Come on,
at Bucks.
There's a gnat in here.
That's fucking.
And I'm not talking about Anthony.
Cowboys at Bucks. The line is Cowboys +8, which is a fucking sharp.
I
line.
can't get behind that.
That's
Yeah,
a big
I can't-
line.
I can't get
mean,
behind that
we
one.
Not-
all
not with
have the
McCarthy.
Bucks. We all have the Bucks straight up.
Yeah.
With the line, I'm taking the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I don't think
Without
the
Zach
Bucks.
Martin?
I don't think the Bucks can cover 8, man.
Yeah.
The
I
I
Bucs
think it's a
defense is
tight-
incredible. That's why I drafted them.
Yeah, but when they had Dak is playing tonight.
Dak is playing tonight.
Yeah.
With the
Zeke
Dak.
is playing tonight.
With the Dak,
CD,
I like
Amari.
CD.
Yeah.
I like, dude. I like
Like
CD.
Jarvis.
I
Amari.
understand that the Bucks offense, the Bucks defense is great, but the Cowboys offense is one of the most potent offenses in the NFL.
Without Zach Martin, though.
Fine, yes.
Yes, but
We'll
you're-
talk about that next. We'll talk about that
You have
next section.
CD now that is.
There's still 4 other
know,
good fucking
I have to play
linemen.
devil's advocate, dude. I have to be the one that.
Yeah,
It's
no,
fine.
I mean, I think that they are going to be.
You think the Bucks are going to blow them out?
No, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be close.
Closer than 8 points?
Bucks by 3.
I think it could be a close game. Yeah,
I say Bucks
I
by
think-
3.
So would you take Cowboys on the line?
I probably would. I probably
Probably,
would because I think the Cowboys could be a top.
You guys
5
know?
offense.
No.
Your Bucks?
I say Bucks by 3.
No, yeah.
That's what they're.
The line's
no.
plus 8.
Yeah,
so
no,
you would
I
take
got
the
I say
Cowboys?
by
Cowboys.
So you would take the Cowboys on a bet?
Yeah.
As in, if the Cowboys lose by 7 or fewer, you win your bet. That's what you would take?
Touche, pussycat.
I'm just asking. That's what I would
Sure.
take. I would take the Cowboys
Yeah.
there.
So
100%.
that's I mean, the Cowboys.
We're
are
speaking
gonna put up-
numbers.
The
Yeah, my
Cowboys-
bad. Yeah, my bad.
The Cowboys are
Speaking
going to put up
numbers,
a
not
lot of
English.
points. They probably have one of the worst defense. I mean, they drafted all defense this year, so you never know what's going to happen. But
They got
But in
Dave
the
Quinn. That could be
in the future, I mean, in the
Yeah,
past,
number of us.
they
We were supposed to skip
close.
over the ones that were a consensus on. All right, we're all Bucks, straight up Cowboys with the line.
Yep.
Next is Seahawks at Colts. Seahawks are favored by
Seahawks.
2.5 points.
Yeah.
Aaron, Colby, and I have Seahawks.
And the one jabroni
Anthony,
has.
talk to us about why the Colts are going to win.
They have a good defense, and I think Carson Wentz does something. I think with the Carson Wentz for years has been playing behind a Philadelphia Eagle line that he had to run for his friggin' life. I think he's a good quarterback.
If the Colts have
I
anything,
think-
it's a line.
Carson
and-
Wentz is a poussoir.
Fact.
But when you were sitting,
Yeah, I mean,
He's a
there's
poussoir.
facts thrown
Listen,
all over this fucking table right now.
He's a poussoir.
he is. I'm not going
Poussoir.
to He is.
But
But look what
a fragile
But
poussoir.
Ooh, busting out
But
the fancy languages
he's
here.
also sitting behind a line where he could just sit there and
He's got a good line.
Dude sees ghosts, man.
It's all right. It's all right. He's
you're
got a good
talking about
line.
the wrong-
Here's my question.
That's not,
Sam
you're not talking
Darnold.
about Josh Allen.
Here's
You're talking
Sam
about
Darnold.
Here's my
Carson
challenge
Wentz,
as a Seahawks backer here. Who the fuck is he throwing to?
I mean, you got Pittman. You have good running backs. They're running.
You
team,
only have Pittman.
but they're a
Maybe
running
he doesn't
team.
have
Pittman
Pittman.
didn't do
I
anything
have
last
Pittman.
year,
But
Like,
but
that's
they
the
are
thing.
a running team. They've won games by
You are
playing
not
defense
gonna.
and running the ball.
Pretty sure
But
they
you
won
cannot-
a game last year.
Yeah.
You cannot
Hey.
keep pace.
Who? The Colts?
I think they
They
won
went to the
a game.
playoffs.
I didn't say they didn't go to the playoffs. Saying they won a game last year by running the ball.
They
That's a
run the
name
ball.
high.
Anyway, if you want to keep pace with the Seahawks, you know this from the Bills Seahawks game. I know this from the Dolphins Seahawks game. I don't know if your two teams played
Oh,
last year.
We beat them
Hold
by-
on.
But if
we
you're not-
won by like 40 points.
But no, you put up 40 points, but then they put up 30. Like,
We put up 54.
okay, the Seahawks are going to put up 30
They
points
are.
every
They
fucking
are.
game.
At least.
You are not
Yeah,
going to
at
win
least.
that by running the fucking ball and trying to control the clock. It's not going to happen.
And the Seahawks can run and pass.
As a fuck you,
Like,
Anthony.
The Seahawks
The
can run
Chiefs
and
beat
pass.
the Bills by running the football, and in the playoffs by throwing the football. And I
Colby's
beat
a
a
piece
dude.
of shit. I mean, he's,
Aren't we all?
Fight.
he better
Aren't we
pray to
all?
baby Jesus that the Bills
All
will
right.
beat the
So
Chiefs.
you're the only one on the Colts. The rest of us have the Seahawks and their ridiculously
It's going to
high-powered
be a close
offense.
game. That's going to be a really good game.
Jaguars Texans for the real, like a fucking dumpster fire.
Yeah. This will be Trevor Lawrence.
This is
like
the
one
battle.
I'd say 2 of his 3 wins. He's going to beat the Texans twice.
This is the battle of the worst teams in the NFL from last
Yeah.
year.
Oh, yeah.
We all have the Jags. It's only a 3-line.
The only good player
We're all
the Texans
taking
have
the
left
Jags
is
minus
traded.
3.
Yeah, the only good player the
Bradley
Texans have
Roby.
left, on defense they traded. So
Yeah.
it's like,
The Texans, I actually don't think the Texans are going to be as bad as like everyone's making them out to be. I don't think they're going to be the worst team.
They
in
got
the
Laramie
NFL.
Tunzel.
I think the Lions will be the worst team in the NFL.
I don't think the Lions.
Preach.
You don't think they'll be the worst?
No.
I think they will.
I think they
Dude.
do.
It doesn't
I think
matter
the
how
Texans
many
are-
kneecaps you eat. If you're bad, you're bad. And
That doesn't. You'll
I
get
mean-
points for that.
you don't get points for eating kneecaps.
I think Dan Campbell is going to play people until they die, and then the water
And then
boy's
he'll
going to be
bite
their
them in the
shining
eye.
I don't think the Texans win more than 3 games.
I think the Texans will win 5 or 6 games. I say 5 games.
I'll
I'd
give
have to look
them-
at the schedule.
I give them
I think
4
they're-
games
I will
just
not
because there's
say
an
more
extra
than
game.
And a
off
4 or 5
Not more
win
than
team
5.
is not the worst team in the NFL. It hasn't been the worst team in the NFL for like
Who else
8
is
years in a
worse
row.
than them?
I mean, I think the Jets are going to be okay, but it wouldn't be shocking if they were terrible.
Yeah, the
It
Jets
wouldn't
are a wild
shock
card
me if
either
the
way.
Falcons were terrible.
Or the
It would-
Jaguars.
It wouldn't shock me if the Jags were terrible. It wouldn't shock me if the Bengals were terrible.
Yeah.
The Lions, like these are all teams that like there's some
Dolphins.
optimism around.
What?
Go on, you were
think I won't
talking.
cut off-
Stop.
You think I won't cut your fucking mic off right now?
I got my buddy.
We'll share-
Frank
we'll
over
share.
here. Yeah, we can,
Our
we're
leg
wrong.
hairs are already
Yeah.
intertangled.
We're
Yeah,
wrong.
it's
We're
good.
wrong. We all have the Jags.
Yep.
Eagles at Falcons. We all have the Falcons. I had trouble with this call. Did you guys have trouble with this
No.
call at all?
No.
No,
Falcons
Matt Stafford.
and,
I mean,
Eagles
no,
at
no,
Falcons.
Ryan.
It would not.
Matt Ryan.
Would it
Jesus
surprise you?
Jesus Christ, man.
Would it surprise you if the Eagles came in and won?
No,
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
no.
A little bit.
I don't think the
Falcons
Eagles will
because
win.
I think they have.
I don't
have-
think the Eagles will win. I don't.
I don't think Eagles. I think the
I
Falcons
know,
are.
I
Gonna,
have
I
it.
think. No, I think the Falcons are going to win. But if the Eagles won, I wouldn't be surprised.
That's where I'm.
Yeah, I think it comes.
That's
How
right.
does Jalen Hurts play?
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
what it comes down to. And the Falcons, like the only reason the Falcons have like, first of all, the Falcons were trash last year.
Yeah.
And the only reason they did anything is because of Matt Ryan and 2 of the best wide receivers that exist in the NFL. They only have 1. They replaced him with Pitts. I don't care how good this rookie tight end is. He's not going to
He's not Julio
produce like
Jones.
Julio
No.
They didn't have
Jones right off
Mike
the bat.
Davis.
But Pitts,
You're right.
Pitts isn't
Technically,
just
you
on
are
tight
right.
end though. Tits.
It doesn't. I don't care
Pitts
what
is
position he
that
plays.
hybrid,
My
man.
point is, his first year in the NFL, there's no way he's going to produce like a Hall of Fame wide receiver.
And throughout history,
well, he
it
won't
would
because he's
agree
a
with
tight
you.
end.
It would agree with you, but he's different. He's different.
No, I like Kyle Pitts. I think the kid.
He's
is
different.
I mean, we
more
know
than-
It's
that.
different.
We got footage
Yeah.
on our channel to show
we
that.
walked
I
in
like
and you
it,
jerking the
man.
gherkin to that, and that
No, I like him, and I think he's going to be in the next 2 years probably one of the. He'll be a top 3 tight end in
Yeah.
the league.
I agree.
I mean, I
But-
can see that.
I agree.
From college to NFL.
But the
it's a
Falcons
big
were
difference.
bad last year, and I don't think they got any better this year. So I think they will win. Wouldn't shock me one bit. It wouldn't even surprise me if the Eagles come into town and stomp them out.
It all,
by
I mean,
13,
because it all
14
hinges
points.
on because that's Arthur Smith.
It's
I mean,
true.
That's the thing is,
They might not even be throwing the fucking ball.
yeah.
They might run the ball 40 fucking times a game.
And Mike Davis fantasy owners.
Yeah.
this
All right,
guy.
next one.
Yeah, you got it.
Next one is Chargers at Washington football team.
Chargers.
Anthony, Colby, and I have Washington. You have the Chargers. So the Chargers are the favorite here, but by 1. It's a
Even.
Fine,
That's a
fine.
lot.
So talk to us about the Chargers.
Herbert, man. Elkler, his groin's
Tell me
fine.
why this.
Eckler?
How do you know
Tell
his
me why
groin's
this
fine?
4-win
He told me his
team.
groin's fine.
Tell me why this 4-win team is going to beat a team that was good last year and upgraded at quarterback.
And
I don't know, man. I'm going to go with my gut. I think they can beat it.
I think they can.
I think they can.
Obviously, they can.
Yeah,
It's any given Sunday, but again, it's by 1 point. And give it to. I hate you, dude.
I think I'd be closer on my decision if the Chargers were home, but you're going into Falcons. Falcons made a dome too, don't they?
They do.
Oh, Washington. That's right.
Washington does not play.
Oh,
they do not play in a
man! You gave me a look when I said Stafford instead of Matt Ryan. So.
I literally didn't even hear you say it.
I feel like everyone. I feel like
I didn't even hear you say it.
Our 4 viewers gave me.
I'll drink because I love you.
The
3 viewers gave you a stat.
The reason I'm going with Washington is I think they are going to have a top 3 defense this year.
I'm not surprised.
Washington has a good defense. I won't take anything away, but
off the fucking charts.
Their defensive line is like stupid.
Yeah,
I've jerked off.
I want you guys to remember this conversation when we get a few games later.
we're gonna have to.
All right, we have Steelers at Bills. We all have Bills, and we all have Bills even covering.
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs.
We got
my whole thing is
my whole thing.
The Bills are good. The Bills are gonna be 1-1 after the first 2 weeks. And
they're gonna be 3-2 through week 5 because they're gonna lose it.
First of all, the bet that me and Vinny have for the Bills-Dolphins game.
Time out for a second. I've tried this bet with you in the past, and you've shot it down.
A
stash?
I have.
He's the one that brought it up, not me.
No. Let me explain the situation first. First of all, the first thing Aaron always pitches is loser shaves an eyebrow.
And if not an eyebrow, what?
That is always where he starts. And no. And yes, you have brought this up before. Ooh. And I, as a business owner, was very conscious about the fact that I cannot show up in an impressionable
I can tell you one successful business owner that rocks a stash.
Is it the Jaguars owner?
Bob Berger.
Oh. I cannot show up to a customer with some dirty Italian stash. I can't fucking do it.
So can you just say how kind of dirty was that?
But
Italian?
But the world is a little different now.
This is what I think is funny.
Dude, I've been rocking this. I'm rocking
and I think I can call it.
But I've been rocking
this is what I think
stash for a while.
So I didn't even come up with the stash. That was all him.
Dude, when I heard this, I was like, what the
This was his bet.
What the fuck? I've been trying to get into a stash bet for like 5 fucking
First of all, I have a magnificent stash.
This is his bet.
That's why I want to do it.
This is his bet. Not only that, he changed the bet a few days ago, saying that
it
was, and we accepted. It was. First, it was for 2 weeks.
He said 2 weeks. He thought it was 2 weeks. I thought it was a week.
I feel like it should be a week.
So this was the compromise.
Either way. So he said, you're going to rock the stash for as many days as points you lose by.
Ooh,
so it could be one. It could be 24. It could be a whole fucking month.
I like it.
The Bills.
I love it. I do love
the Bills.
I hate you for never taking me on my stash.
I'll do it.
The last game the Bills played the Dolphins, they won by like 40 points.
What about the first
40 fucking days? That's a month and 10 days.
They won by like 10 points.
Like 3, and even that was bullshit.
Okay. So
I'll do this with the Chiefs and the Bills.
I would absolutely love for the Bills to just come out and
it's like Christmas morning. I'm shaving this fucking stash.
What would happen if they went 48-0 and you're wearing a freaking stash?
I'm wearing a stash, you know. And I only have to be embarrassed about it for a month because then I could be like, it's no shave November. You know what I mean? Like,
what I think is hilarious.
You got to do what I do. You got to do the stash and the stubble.
No.
Oh, you're going clean shaven.
That is a stipulation.
Okay.
Everything else has to be
completely shaved.
Bro, you can't drop your kids off at school anymore. You know that, right?
Everything else has
to be shaved.
The best thing is we both drop our kids off the same school. So I'm going to be like, hey, everybody, look at Vinny's mustache.
Dude, I do stubble and stash. I don't do
not allowed to.
Stubble
you gotta be clean.
You're gonna get profiled.
So these are the rules. These are the full stipulations.
You have to
already
have
a
white panel van.
You have to already have a stash. You can't like show up to the gate, which we always do. And then you cannot touch the shaft.
The
Oh my!
I mean,
What else
the
bet do you guys got going on?
You can't touch
I am
the stash.
jealous.
You can't touch the stash, but you have to shave everything else every day.
You have to touch the shaft.
So yeah, it's an aggressive bet.
Ooh.
But you know what?
I'm
It's
happy
just gonna
it's-
make it that much more
Oh
fucking
my God.
gratifying.
I'm happy
This is
it's
what- he
happening,
really-
but I've been trying to push the stash bet
I'm
for
willing-
quite some
listen,
time.
he
I'm willing to do
believes
this
in
bet
the
with you.
Dolphins so hard.
It's actually that I believe that the Bills had the best year
Of their
of
life.
your life
Yeah.
last year.
And they've lost 4 Super Bowls in a row.
Until this
Just
year.
remind the viewers
I've
of
been to
that.
the Super Bowl 4 times. I haven't
Oh,
won it.
you've been there?
I've been there.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
What position did
My
you play?
heart was there.
Fat guy.
My
in the fucking-
my heart was there.
All right, all right.
In
We all have the
spirit.
Bills covering their 6.5 against the Steelers. The Steelers came out and said they're going to struggle on offense. We know they're going to struggle on offense.
Of course.
See ya. All right. Next one is Lions at 49ers. I don't give a fuck what the line is. It's 49ers.
Yeah, the 49ers. But let's just remind everybody, Dan Campbell. That's all I
It's-
gotta say.
the 49ers are going
say.
to win, but they're going to lose 3 players
Yeah.
for the season.
They're going to be on IR.
Someone's
Yeah.
knee's going to be gone.
Yep.
Can you imagine if there was like a dislocated kneecap in this game?
Oh, dude,
How
I
fucking
fucking hope
just
so.
magical
I
that
fucking
shit
hope
would be.
so.
Is that what happened?
I hope so.
Yeah.
There's only
When the Lions get their first win, I can't wait to see the
dude,
fucking
he's going to be
games.
drunk on Bush
Oh,
Light
God, I
and be going
can't
fucking
wait.
crazy.
Next, we have Jets at Panthers. This is another one. We all
Yeah.
took Panthers. Would not surprise me if the Jets
How
won.
does Sam Darnold first game against the Jets? Like the NFL must
Poetic. It's
Yeah,
They
poetic.
got Robbie Anderson, who was his boy
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
New
DJ
York,
Moore.
Well, Jersey,
CMC.
and I
Yeah,
think
CMC is the only thing that matters here.
Well,
The Jets can't stop CMC.
The Jets can't stop Robbie Anderson. I don't think.
well,
they
he
can
was on the
stop
Jets
DJ
too.
Moore.
I'm trying to just bring it back.
I got
To
you.
that.
A lot of ties.
I just
watched.
watched a highlight video of
But yeah.
CMC and
He's
oh my
ridiculous.
He's
Yeah.
a generational talent.
God. Oh my God.
It sucks that he didn't play for me last season. Fantasy football.
Oh, does it?
you-
Oh,
he
does
played
it
for
fucking
you.
suck?
Yeah, you traded him. Yeah, you won that one, buddy.
You piece of shit. All right,
He
next
played
we
for
have
us one game.
Browns at Chiefs, 6.5 line. Chiefs should cover easily. We all agreed there.
Yeah.
I think Chiefs are. I mean, the Browns are going to be good, but I think the Chiefs are just out of their league.
You know, but I feel like every year the Browns are like, what is it, paper tigers, man.
No,
They
Browns.
always look good on
Every-
paper.
I
They always,
believe
for the
the
past
Browns
2-3
are
years.
going to be the highest non-divisional win seed
Huh.
this year in the
Who's going to
NFL.
win their division?
They'll be the highest. What?
You said
Oh, that's so
non-divisional.
I don't think they're going to win the division.
Who's going to win their division?
You think they're-
The Ravens.
You
Fucking
think so?
ghost of the
Yeah, the
Ravens.
Ravens are
With
nice.
all their injuries?
I don't think.
The Ravens don't run the
The
ball
Ravens.
anyway. All their injuries are running
What the
backs.
fuck do you mean you don't run the ball? That's all they do
With
is run the
the
ball.
quarterback, not with
Yeah.
running
But when
backs.
you don't have a running
Listen,
back, you're
listen.
playing coverage.
Lamar Jackson.
Listen,
gets
all
hurt.
I know
That's
is the
it.
only silver lining to me losing 2 fucking Ravens running backs that I drafted is the fact that I also drafted Lamar Jackson,
But you,
and his stock went through the fucking roof.
But you're the only one that decided it was a good idea to draft 2 Ravens running backs. While all of us like, fuck no.
That is
Yeah.
dumb.
He drafted
But
like
fuck
7
no.
Ravens.
I drafted 4 fucking Ravens.
Enjoy that bye week.
Defense, quarterback, and 2 running backs. Well, I'm already down to just 2, which is reasonable. All right. Then we have, and I love you fucking guys. For as much as I hate you and your pieces of shit, I love you. Dolphins at Patriots. Patriots are favored, which is a goddamn
They're
joke.
favored?
This is
Favored!
back to
Fuck are they
I
favored?
can't get behind that. We already did a shot to fuck the Patriots.
Patriots are favored by 3,
Everybody
not
and
even by
everyone's-
like a half, just to like fuck you.
So they're actually
Favored by
favored
3.
to win.
Bill
How? I don't
Belichick.
get how with a rookie.
Because
And everybody
Bill
said-
Belichick is the fucking Don, and he looks at better and he says, "You
Not
pick me, or
anymore.
I'm gonna fucking kill you."
We all took the Dolphins,
That's what it
and I
comes down
appreciate
to.
that. I wholeheartedly believe the Dolphins will stifle
Embarrassed.
them
They're
on
gonna embarrass
defense.
them.
I'm going to tell you why they win. If there's anything,
let's
I'm going to
hear
tell
it.
you
Tell
why
us-
the
oh,
Dolphins
wait,
win.
wait,
Oh,
wait,
here
wait.
you
You ready
go,
for this
here you
one?
go.
Tell us, Aaron Stradamus.
Let's
go.
hear this. Let's hear
If there's
this.
anything I know about the Dolphins and Brian Flores,
Oh,
There's second.
they're
He's a second half team.
So if
If there are
they're
any adjustments that need to be made,
holy
Brian
shit.
Flores,
So you're
right?
telling me if they're ahead going into halftime,
Oh yeah.
it's a fucking
you
blowout.
can just double
See
that.
ya.
You can double that points in the first half into the second half.
this is a question that I've been trying to ask. While he's using his hand on you, Aaron, how many times has he said the Dolphins are a second half team?
Every time he wants me to
whenever
his arm starts to get tired.
As you finish.
Yeah, whenever his arm starts to get tired.
Dude, so the Dolphins are a second half team. Thank God we're done now.
All right. Scary movie.
Where's the towel?
Scene, you're just stuck. To the
This one is one of two where we are split 50-50. So in 2 games this week, we're split 50-50. Cardinals at Titans. Aaron and Colby pitch the Titans.
Because we're smart. Go ahead. Yeah. Everyone else.
Go ahead, pitch them. Pitch the Titans.
Yeah.
That's
Derrick
the group I want to keep behind.
Derrick Henry,
Ryan
Julio.
Don't just name players.
Julio.
Don't just name players. Why are they going to win?
Without naming players?
I'm saying don't just name players. Don't just recite the fucking roster.
Because Julio Jones is awesome. Because Brown is awesome. Because Derrick Henry's awesome.
Because
Ryan Tannehill, once he left Miami, was like, I'm going to stop sucking. I'm going to be awesome now.
You think Ryan Tannehill is better than Kyler Murray?
As a quarterback?
Right now?
100%.
Right now, yes.
You're fucking
Right now.
Good
Listen,
shit,
I think Murray will have a better career, clearly, because Tannehill wasted most of his on the Dolphins.
Aaron,
But
I promise you
Stop it.
that Kyler Murray will have a better year than Ryan Tannehill.
this
Not
is
even
why I
close.
choose to sit next to Colby.
Well, that's because he's talking about he's gonna be like running.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's a huge
I'm
fucking deal.
gonna ask both you guys this. If
Okay, if Mahomes moved around the pocket like Tom Brady, would
Dude,
he be Mahomes?
he's stroking his
Vinny,
shoulder.
Vinny,
He's
Vinny,
stroking his
Vinny.
shoulder.
let me ask
Stroking
this
his
question.
shoulder. He's being a shoulder stroker.
If who has a better year? If you put Kyler Murray
Yeah.
in the Titans offense, who has a better year, Kyler Murray or Tannehill?
That's a good question.
That's fucking Tannehill. I think all day long. I think Tannehill has a better fucking arm.
I don't think that's true.
The Titans' offense is geared around handing the ball to Derrick Henry.
I'm going to tell you right now, the Titans'
throwing the
offensive
fucking
line
football.
is taller than the Cardinals' offensive line. so by that alone, Kyler Murray won't be able to see
Kyler
over
Murray
anybody.
doesn't throw from the pocket.
All right.
He moves outside
There's
the
the
pocket.
goddamn that was
Here's
in
why
my
you
cup.
guys are ridiculous. I feel like you're forgetting about the offseason that the Cardinals had. The Cardinals were very, very good last year, and they picked up.
They were
James Conner.
and
they
they picked
were
up.
average last
No.
year. They were not
No,
very,
they were-
very
They
good
were
last
very
year.
good last year.
I'm
Maybe
glad
the
logical
secondary
people
was
sit
too
on
much.
this side of the
They
They
were
were
not very
very
good. Very
good.
good last year implies they made the playoffs.
Kyler Murray was hurt.
Time out,
They had
time out for a
some
second.
adversity and
Who made the playoffs over the Cardinals last year?
a team that didn't deserve it. But anyway,
I did not ask a team that didn't deserve it. Please say the name.
the team that didn't deserve it.
No, please say the name of the team.
Matt Nagy and his fantastic play calling.
Okay, Matt Nagy and his shitty play calling
Ooh.
made the playoffs
All right.
over Kyler Murray, who's
Shh. Okay, listen.
shush me again. I will.
We got to move on. We
I
got to
will.
move on.
I will slap the mascara off Anthony's face.
We're way behind schedule. Shut up.
Leadership.
Here's why you're wrong. They picked up the best center in football.
No.
Yes.
That's Alex Mack.
Corey Linsley's
He's on the
the best.
49ers.
It's Rodney Hudson.
Corey Linsley's the best center.
And they got J.J. Watt. And they got
And-
A.J. Green. And they got
I
fucking
forgot.
7 other fucking people.
Just
James
for our
Conner.
four fans that are watching, what did AJ Green do last year?
He sat on a fucking bench.
No, he
But-
didn't. He didn't play very
He didn't
well
do
last
Fine.
year.
It
That was-
doesn't
that was-
matter.
I
Now
think that
he's
was a
next to
personal reason.
DeAndre fucking Hopkins.
I'll say this: Rodney Hudson. I'm a big fan, former
He
Chief.
is.
I do like Rodney Hudson.
He's
I
a-
wish the Chiefs got Rodney Hudson,
He's a beast.
but I'm happy Creed Humphrey's the Chief.
I
But
think the
Corey
Cardinals,
Linsley's the best fucking center in football.
without looking at the
Without a
schedule, I think the
doubt.
Cardinals are a 14-win team. I think they are. I think they are among the best teams in the
How
NFL.
much have you had
And
before
I
the
think-
show started?
Here, give me some more.
Because I know
I
Colby's been
think-
hooking me up.
And I, from a fantasy, I think from
You're
a,
saying they're gonna have? I just fucking threw
Yeah,
this all
what the
over
fuck?
the fucking table like
I
a
think
dick.
from a fantasy
You did that to
perspective,
me too.
and I know
but
there's a
I'm trying to
distinction
cover
there.
that up.
I appreciate you.
I know there's a distinction. I think from a fantasy perspective, Kyler Murray has a legitimate chance to be QB1 this year.
Yeah, I'm
The
not
best
shitting on
quarterback.
Kyler
No,
Murray.
I
just
do like Kyler Murray. I
Yeah.
think as a pure
All right.
quarterback and what the
Well, we're gonna see who's fucking dumb next
I
week.
think he has a chance of being QB2.
Are we putting a bet on this?
No.
Oh,
We have too many bets in the air
Yeah.
already. We have
He
too
is
many
a
bets in the
poussoir.
air.
He's a fragile
Fine.
He's a
poussoir.
dry.
Here's the bet.
Fragile poussoir.
Dry, fragile.
Simple bet. You ready?
regime.
Next week's show,
Yeah.
The two people that are wrong take a second
shot
shot of the week.
Ooh, that's my week.
That's fine, dude.
All right.
I'll go with that.
But you have to decide your shot ahead of time before the game.
Water.
I'll text.
Your shot is water.
Aren't you sure though, or you're
No, I'm sure. I'll text the group text before the game next week.
Our
Colby will
second
handle the
game,
logistics.
our second game that we're 50-50 on, and I think all of us are going to be way less passionate about it because who gives a fuck, is Broncos at Giants.
Fuck
The
that.
fucking Giants.
Oh, no, actually, only Anthony disagrees on this one.
Yeah,
I lied.
I think the Giants won.
Well, technically, Anthony disagrees twice on that.
Yeah. Well, part of Anthony disagrees. The other part of him agrees wholeheartly.
But it's still too.
Why do you think the Giants? What about the Giants as a redeeming quality against one of the best defenses in football?
I just think, I mean, they added a lot to their offense. I think Daniel Jones.
Dude, you legit said Galladay's always hurt.
They add
you not
what
20
they added
minutes
to
ago.
their offense isn't playing.
Oh my
They're missing their tight end and their
Kadarius
wide
Toney.
receiver.
I mean,
Okay.
their tight end has done what? He's always
Dude,
hurt.
do you have split personality?
Sterling. First of all,
get it.
you have Sterling Shepard.
He was there.
I think
He was there already.
He's
I think
all
he's
right.
good.
He's all right.
Yeah,
Kadarius Toney, I think, is a
He's an
Okay.
unproven rookie.
Okay.
Unproven
He's
rookie.
playing great.
Unproven
You get
rookie.
Saquon back. I think
who was god awful even before his injury last year because they have no line.
But they're.
I drafted him number 11.
An elite talent. Elite talent.
I mean,
No
it's not
denying
bad.
that.
Dude.
Bad situation.
So
That's how they have.
I- questionable quarterback.
I believe Daniel Jones will become a very good quarterback.
Daniel or Daniel?
I believe Daniel Jones will
I
be.
said
You
Daniel.
think he'll be what's
I
defined
think he
very
will-
good? QB what? QB what?
QB
Third year
25.
Curious
is
about
always what defines a quarterback.
Is this his third year?
This is
Is
his
that
third
his
year.
fourth?
No, it's third year.
Right.
I think that he will become a good quarterback. I do. I think
But
he's
QB
going to
Good
be.
where? Give me a comparison. Give me
I
who he's
think-
in between.
I think he will be. in
Baker
a-
Mayfield, better or worse?
Worse.
I'm not very. I don't know.
I
You
dude,
think Daniel Jones will have a better year than Baker Mayfield?
Last year he could.
This
I need
year.
more shit.
Oh,
we all need
so
more shit
Baker
done.
Mayfield.
he's
year last year,
he's
or not?
Trubisky 2.0.
This year, who's going to have a better year? Baker
I think
Mayfield or Daniel Jones?
I think. It's
I
gonna be
think
close. I
Trubisky's
think
better
they're
than
I think-
Daniel Jones.
I do.
Oh, Trubisky's better than Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
There's backup
No,
quarterbacks in this league I would
think-
take over. Daniel
100%.
I
Can't,
think-
they would be. It would be a huge upgrade if they signed.
I
Cam
would take
Newton tomorrow.
Trubisky and Cam Newton over Daniel
I
Jones.
think.
I
Daniel
would say
Jones-
Chad Henne
I
over
think.
Daniel
I think
Jones.
Daniel.
Oh, I don't know.
Daniel Jones is
That's-
one of the most undeserving starting quarterbacks in the NFL.
I need one more of these.
I like him. I like him. I think
All right.
he could be good.
You're wrong.
You're
We
wrong.
don't even need to
We'll
make an
see.
argument. I think all our argument is Broncos defense, right?
Yeah.
Giants.
Correct.
The Broncos might legitimately shut out the Giants.
The Broncos
They
can
might put up
legitimately.
It is
zero
a
points.
possibility.
The Broncos
It is
can
a-
kick
it is
2
a
or 3
valid
field goals to
possibility.
beat
Yeah.
the Giants. 'Cause
They're
that's all
gonna
I
win
think they
nine-
will.
They're going to win 9-0.
The Broncos offense is going to be.
Nine-
I feel like
I
it-
love it. I love this. I think the Giants score at least 2 touchdowns.
You're out of your fucking
Dude,
mind.
what?
Okay.
Out of your mind.
All right.
Anyway, we
You
all
have
have
passed the drug test.
we all have Packers over Saints.
Yeah.
We all have Rams over Bears, even though you put Bears on because you're
I
a
put Bears.
fanboy.
I cannot.
But you
I
know,
can't. I got to be like Dick.
You're-
I
you're
cannot.
not-
but deep down, you know it's a long shot. I'm not gonna say it can't happen. But you know it's a long shot,
But
right?
I'm gonna side with Aaron and be like, I'm gonna go Bills every week.
I'm not.
At the end of the day, though,
I'll
I
be
would
honest
say,
about
like,
my
I
games.
mean, you're
I
gonna choose
mean-
every week.
But I have a
It's-
legitimate
here's
reason.
my
to
thing.
choose every
If-
week.
if-
no, I'm saying like
no,
you
yeah.
like right
If
now
I-
you do as well. To go
I
Bills
would
every
give
week.
you an honest answer if this was mid-season to end of season, but it's first season of the year. It's
First
first game.
game.
First season of the year.
First season.
It's first game of the year.
First game of the year, Bears against Chiefs.
It's first game of the year
First game of the year.
against
A new quarterback.
a new
I mean,
quarterback.
I could see
It would
the
not
Bears.
shock me if the Bears.
No, it wouldn't because the
No,
Bears
and
have
the defense
and
could
listen,
show up.
Every year there's a surprise team.
Maybe.
Here's how much
Maybe.
respect I'm giving the Bears. The line is the line's actually pretty high. I thought the line was 4. The line's 7.5, and I'm taking the Bears for the money.
Yeah.
I don't think the Rams win by 7.5. I think it's close. I think the Rams squeak
Dude.
out a win.
If the
And
Rams
if it
win
was-
7.5, Field starts week 2.
And if it was at Soldier Field, I might even take the Bears.
I
But
want
Rams
I
at home.
want the Rams to blow out the Bears, and the Bears not score any points because I want Justin Fields to play. I think
Kind of a dark way of saying it.
I think the Bears.
I want Justin Fields to
honestly
play,
think the
but
Bears.
I don't want us to put up a goose egg. Like,
Aaron, I'm going to ask you as a Bears fan.
yeah.
Justin Fields over Andy Dalton. How many more games do you win with Justin Fields?
All right.
I think at least 4.
Oh,
I
he's
think,
taking his glasses
I think
off.
at least 4 games.
I know. Look
look
at this fucking eye roll.
I'm trying to
Look at
process
this old
this so I
man.
don't go on
Look
a
at this
tangent.
fucking old
It's
man.
not
All right,
the
here's
base,
how
the
it is.
process.
You have 1 minute to answer.
All right,
You're already
I
1
think-
minute.
I think
Give me
the
60
Bears-
seconds. Don't let me go more
I think the
because
Bears-
you know how I get.
ready and
Go.
go.
Here's the thing. I'm going to wait 50 seconds on answer.
No, go.
Um,
Come on.
What I'm hearing coming out of Bears is, we're going to give Andy Dalton his shot. We're going to give Andy Dalton a shot. And then the projections that all the analysts are making are Fields comes in at the end of the year and loses 1 or 2 games and Bears magically get in the playoffs. If that's fucking the case, Nagy, Pace still need to get fucking fired. Why are we wasting half of the season on Dalton? Done.
My question
You didn't
was,
even answer the
my
fucking
question
question.
was, they both play 17 games. How many games does Justin Fields win? How many games does Andy Dalton
That's hard without the schedule in front of you.
Fields wins more.
How many? But,
It doesn't matter. That's impossible to answer.
So
without the
It is.
schedule.
It's a loaded question. It's a loaded
I
question.
agree with you
But
that Justin Fields
but-
will win.
if Mac
3-4
Jones
more
is
games.
starting,
How about this though? Hold
why
on.
isn't Fields starting?
They're in different situations.
You cut Cam Newton, who was an MVP, who
Cam
made a Super
Newton
Bowl,
was an
who won.
MVP before shoulder surgery.
But he won playoff games. He was an MVP. He went to a Super Bowl.
Would
Dalton
you rather-
hasn't done any of that.
Right now, today, would you rather have Cam Newton than Andy Dalton?
Yes.
I wouldn't. I'd rather have Andy Dalton.
Okay. Well, you didn't. See, Andy Dalton's a fucking ginger
I don't want
that
Andy
should have
Dalton.
retired 2
I mean,
years
I
ago.
don't want Andy Dalton.
I think Andy Dalton's a better quarterback than Cam Newton, but I
Andy
think Justin
Dalton
Fields
to
is
me,
a better quarterback.
Andy Dalton to me at this point is Josh McCown. He's a
No.
stopgap.
He's a-
He's a stopgap that
No,
won't
I
make
agree with
mistakes.
you.
No,
I-
Josh
Just
McCown.
shit on
No,
Dalton
I
and
agree.
everything.
Don't you fucking speak ill of Josh McCown
I'm
again.
not speaking ill of Josh
No,
McCown.
but I'm gonna side with Aaron on this. Is if I was a Bears fan,
How about
I would be.
we're talking
livid
about week
if
one.
Ju-
This is the
I
last
would be-
question.
I don't-
Tua
all I'm
came
saying
in,
is,
beat
I
the
would be-
Rams. Why the fuck isn't Fields playing?
Wait.
I would be.
Our offensive
absolutely
line
livid.
sucks. Okay,
One of-
our offensive
seriously.
line sucks. Our offensive line sucks. So we don't put in a mobile quarterback. Our offensive line sucks, so we put in a pocket passer.
No, the thing is, with a rookie quarterback, there's a fine line where you like ruin their career over trying to push them too soon. Hold on,
And I
let me
understand
pose
that.
one question, then we're getting
Okay.
the fuck off this conversation. Don't look at the whole season because this isn't about the season. This is about week one. Right now, against the Rams this week, do you think Justin Fields has a better shot of beating the Rams than Andy Dalton?
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
I do not.
100%.
I
Yes.
think Andy Dalton has a better chance.
Yes.
I
What do you-
watched.
what do you think?
I watched the Bears games.
My
I think-
logic
I think-
doesn't come from any
I'm
football
asking
sense.
Cole. Shut up.
Shush me.
I mean, I
Fucking
got to go with
twice you
Andy
shush
Dalton
me.
on that one.
Thank
Andy Dalton.
Wait.
I've been an Andy Dalton fan.
You need to switch spots with Anthony.
I can.
Right
I
now.
fucking
Right
will.
now.
I fucking will. No, I've been an Andy Dalton fan. When he was in Cincinnati, he was good. Last year in Dallas, it took him a game or two to kind of get warmed up. Then he wasn't great, but he wasn't
No, he was
bad.
good. He's a
He was good.
capable veteran quarterback.
I'm not gonna.
He's not flashy.
The
he's not
problem-
great.
He's
the problem-
handy capable.
The problem that Aaron has, he has 2 problems. First, he's a ginger. We all understand. Fuck gingers.
Get
We
it.
don't.
You
we
don't
don't
need a
like gingers.
soul to
We
throw
don't
a
like
fucking football.
gingers.
That's my
But
main
two, it's
go-to.
like, but two, it's tough to look at because you want to see the future. You don't like, Andy Dalton's this guy that's going to be here for 1 year and he's gone. So that's like,
One
I
and
can
done.
understand Aaron's frustration and seeing.
Why are we wasting
You want to see
a
Justin
year?
Fields because you want to see the future. You want to see what you're gonna have, but like,
If I was a Bears
Oh,
fan,
just-
I didn't want Tua to see the field at all last year because I care more about his career than I do about this one season.
But you also have
He was-
Fitzpatrick.
I know,
who
he's in a
was-
different
Yeah,
situation.
dude. If we had
I get it,
if
different
we had
situation.
Fitzmagic, I would be fine.
I will
My-
say this: I don't think Dalton and Fitzpatrick are that far off from each other. I like Fitzpatrick.
I like
I like
Fitzpatrick,
Fitzpatrick
better.
over
No,
Dalton.
I like Fitzpatrick.
I think we
like
all like
Fitzpatrick
But
better.
Fitzpatrick.
I
over
agree.
Dalton.
You
But
guys,
Dalton's
you're
not that
acting
far
like
off.
you're acting like Andy Dalton is like like Orlovsky, like somebody who like
Runs out the back
literally
of the fucking
never
end zone with a
accomplished
football in his
anything.
fucking
Like that's not the case.
He's
No,
never went to the playoffs.
I like.
I
Andy
guarantee
Dalton.
you
He's
can
never won a
Google
playoff
Andy
game.
Dalton.
He went to the.
He's not going to say he's never won a playoff game, but I know for
Yeah.
a fact he's been to the
He's
playoff
been-
game.
Yeah, he's been to the playoffs. I correct
I've
myself.
seen.
But so is Trubisky. Trubisky went to the playoffs, never won one. Why do we want to keep being in that situation? History repeats itself. You got
Andy Dalton's better than you're giving him credit for. You're all
No,
like,
Andy Dalton's
I
a
like
great
Andy
quarterback.
Dalton.
He's a great quarterback.
He's a good quarterback.
just
It's like
great.
yeah, let's
What the
sit
fuck? You stay over there.
Right.
Justin Fields is exciting.
He is.
I think that's what he brings to the table. He brings to the table.
His hats
High
don't fit his
ceiling.
head the right way. That's
Okay,
how you
listen.
know he's
He
good.
brings a high ceiling. That's what he brings.
Yeah.
He brings and
Listen, he's a 3-time Pro Bowler, a 2-time, what's MWC, Midwestern Conference?
well, that's it.
Yeah, that's
College.
Trubisky went to the
All
Pro
right.
Bowl once.
So Andy Dalton is a
Meaty white
3-time
cock.
Pro Bowler.
is what MWC
But honestly, I'm specifically talking about the Rams because it's the same reason that I think it's an absolute joke that the Patriots are favored. Because you have a very, very good defense with a very good defensive mind, and it is more likely that somebody who has been playing in the NFL for 20 fucking years is going to understand what the defense is trying to do
This
to
is
him
where I-
than some fucking rookie.
This is where I disagree with you because the Rams, what do? They get to the quarterback.
Dude,
That's not the only
But,
thing they do. Tell that to Jalen
Fields
Ramsey.
is- think it's- I think it's the
Fields is
quarterback.
smarter
Yeah,
than
Aaron
Andy
Donald
Dalton.
and
Fields
Jalen
is smarter than
Ramsey.
Andy
Smarter,
Dalton.
but not as
They get to the
prepared.
quarterback. You watch Fields in the preseason.
Look at his numbers
he gets
compared to
away-
Dalton.
He gets away.
Yeah.
Against the
I don't even think the
second
Rams get to the
string.
quarterback.
Yeah,
Those
and
my
what
things.
did
I don't
Fields-
think they're get. I think it's more.
And what did Dalton do
You
against
have-
the first string?
But Dalton last year also had a pretty good line. With
Listen,
the Cowboys.
whatever. We beat
Why-
this shit to death.
Dalton
Yeah.
did not have. a
I
good line,
asked
'cause
not to go
the
down this
Cowboys'
road. I
offensive
specifically
line
asked
is-
not to go down
It's
this
in my
road.
contract.
I said, let's not go down this road.
All right,
I'll
last
say-
game.
I'll say Dalton's offensive line was not good at the Cowboys last year because they
No,
were all
and
fucking
the
injury
Bengals-
reserve last
And
The
year.
it's not
Bengals-
good
He
this
had like
year.
the worst GM in history putting teams together for the Bengals. He had one wide receiver.
And we had
He had
the
Mark
worst.
Lewis.
Yeah,
And the
one
Bears
wide
have the
receiver,
worst
one
GM
running
ever
back,
for
that was
the
it. No, they don't. The Bears have one of the best GMs. You're just an asshole.
Dude.
You always say, this is what you always
We
say,
need
right?
bullshit- we need
No, this
bullshit
is what he
button.
always
Where's
says.
the bullshit button?
GMs are defined by how many Pro Bowl
It's
people
true,
they select.
and that's an
and he
unfortunate
is
aspect.
off the fucking charts with Pro Bowl selections.
And how many playoff wins do we have since Pace?
That's
has
not
been there?
his problem. His job is not to get you playoff wins.
It's the coaches.
You're
And if-
right.
and
So
if-
Nagy's a
And
bag
if
of
he
shit. Your
chooses
GM
to
is
keep
great.
Nagy, but if
Dude.
Pace chooses to keep Nagy as that
The
head coach, then
Bears-
that's Pace's problem.
The Bears have been one
I'm
of the
proud of
most
this guy.
talented rosters for the last 8 years. They've been one of those teams. They've had one of the most talented rosters. Anyway, you're just a typical non-Showtime Mike Bears fan.
Tell me when.
All right, we're done.
What
with
does
this.
Showtime Mike say?
Oh, he's-
Here's the thing: the game starts in 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll watch that.
Do that.
So
too
here's
much
what we're
for
gonna do.
dimension.
You told me you don't have to finish.
Listen, game starts in 10 minutes. Here's what we're gonna do for our fan.
Who's watching? Showtime?
I don't know. We're all going to say one thing that we're looking out for this game. And then we're going to close out the show. And next week, we're going to laugh at all the bets where you two are fucking morons and me and Anthony are geniuses. And that's it.
I just want you to say that one more time. I don't mind you saying
right.
you're a genius,
You're right.
but
I overstepped. You can't make it. You're right.
Anthony, I love you, but you're no
All right.
Albert Einstein.
You're all fired up. So I'm going to go to you last.
I am. Don't come to me at all.
So Colby,
No,
what's the one thing that you're most curious to see in this game?
I think Dan Quinn and see how he evolves his defense. Our defense wasn't very good last year in Dallas, and just getting a new defensive coordinator there and seeing how he can potentially turn things around. He's got Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch at linebacker. I think just excited to see what he does.
And they drafted what's his name? Little
And fucking-
Parsons, Micah Parsons.
There you go, Turd McGee.
Micah
Turd
Parsons.
McGee.
Micah
I
Parsons
don't
is
know,
a
he's going to be good.
oh
He's
my
going to be
God.
good. They're
He's a
at linebacker, they're
stud.
stacked.
at Penn State.
They've always had good linebackers.
Yeah.
What about you?
I pray to baby Jesus that the Cowboys
8 pounds,
come
6
back
ounces.
because I got Zeke in my fantasy. And I just want him. And
I got-
But you know Zach Martin's missing.
yes, but I'm but I just want to win my fantasy. I'm playing Colby this week.
What are you looking for?
Do you guys have a bet this week?
We do not.
You guys are playing
Oh
fantasy,
my
you don't have a
God.
bet. Get your shit together.
We have a spicy gummy on our. What is your bet? You guys need one before the show ends.
He
You need
ordered
a bet.
something that says "World's Hottest Gummy Bear." So it's a gummy bear, which is tough because you have to chew the shit out of a gummy bear. That's
Truth
like
be told, I haven't told
Me-
Vinny.
me-
I haven't
me
told Vinny
spicy.
yet. I gotta.
We're not saying do the same thing, but
Yeah,
you guys
I mean, I'll get the toilet on for
before
2
the
days.
game tonight, you guys have to come up with something.
Yeah, before this game. Come on,
A bet.
come on.
All right, what you think about
So,
it? And I'm
all right, loser has to do 2 shots of shot of the week.
Oh no, that's
We already-
bullshit.
they
That's
already
bullshit.
have
We're
that
already
bet.
doing
We already
that.
have
We're
that
already
bet.
doing that. Come on, something good. Shave
We
an
already have that
eyebrow.
bet
Shave
for
an
right
An
now.
eyebrow.
extra shot, so 3 shots.
Yeah.
No, come on,
No,
something
yeah,
good.
better,
Something good.
better.
Um,
How about
shave a
I'm just gonna throw this
thunderbolt
out
on
there.
your chest?
And this is worse than it sounds for those of you who don't know where these assholes live, because they live as far apart in town as humans can live. How about the loser has to pick the winner up and drop them back off after next week's show?
You don't want Anthony driving you, bro. I drove him back, and we were both drinking that night, and I drove his ass.
So the loser has to be the DD for next week's show. I'm just spitballing. I'm just throwing out there.
All right, loser. Oh man.
no, I'm looking forward to.
My team sucks.
I want to see if the Cowboys are the Cowboys are. Their offense
What an
should
overrated.
be.
You're the fucking worst.
Their offense
You are
should
the
be.
fucking
Their
worst.
offense should be.
You are not a fucking genius.
Should their offense be top 5 in the league?
No.
Yes, it should.
What?
It should. Yes.
What?
On
It's like-
paper.
Oh!
On paper,
But
it absolutely.
On
but it
paper.
won't be.
Well, that's what he's asking.
They're loaded. They're loaded on all.
You're
of it.
loaded, bro.
The only
loaded.
position they're not loaded at is tight end. Like outside of that,
But-
quarterback,
but
running back,
stacked.
line.
Stacked.
Makes
receiver.
sense because Anthony doesn't have a
They
tight end.
should put up 30 points a
You're
game.
like a child.
Dude, they got
I am
Amari
like a
Cooper,
child. I'm
CeeDee
not
Lamb,
denying it.
Michael Gallup.
Are you just like that?
No,
Stupid
I'm
guy.
They should have one of the most potent offenses in the NFL.
That's what I want to see. I
Hot
want to see if
offense.
they can put against
All right.
against one of the top defenses.
Here's what I'm curious about. My thing is, and I'm going to take the easy way
Your
out
whole
here.
thing?
I'm going to say Dak specifically because obviously he came off that horrific ankle injury
Doesn't
from last
matter.
year. No,
Just throw some wax on it. He's good.
his ankle was sticking out of his leg. Then
That's
he recovers from that and he goes through like some depression. I'm not really counting the depression. I'm just doing the timeline here.
He's a bitch.
Then
Be back.
then he
Be
fucks
back.
up his throwing shoulder.
Yeah.
So he missed most of last season.
Yeah, it's
He
tough.
missed all of the early off season, and then he only got like 3 weeks or 2 weeks of training camp in before his
I don't
shoulder.
even think he got that
So
much
he
training
is
camp in.
he couldn't be rustier.
Yeah.
So I
It's
want
a
to
lot of baby
see
back bitch.
I want to see if
Yeah.
he's really that just absolute natural talent where like after 2 drives he's just fucking clicking and putting the ball where he's being great.
That,
He just-
that
or
sounds
if-
like balls.
Or if he's just like a
hitting
piece of rebar out on Sanibel right now, just rusting.
He's
Or if he's the rebarb in his ankle and
with that much talent on your offense, you should be able to fall right into place.
you should.
You should.
But my point is, he
Theoretically, you
specifically,
should.
is he going to miss Amari Cooper? Is he going to miss whatever?
See,
Is he
it's-
going to
it's-
fuck
what's gonna-
up the handoff
we're
to
gonna
Zeke?
see.
Like,
We're gonna
that's what I
see.
want to
We're
know.
gonna see when the rush gets.
Is he going to like?
If
Is
he's
he going
gonna
to
get
not call an audible out of a
Listen,
run because he's
gonna
too
have next
scared
week.
to
It's
throw
not
it and he's not confident? Like that's what I want to see. I want to see
minutes because the
Yeah.
game's in a few
We're
because
about to
before
find
he
out in
got-
4 minutes.
because before he got hurt last year, he was on
Calm
pace
down.
for
He
like
was-
setting every record.
yeah, like
Yes.
wild. So that's
Yes.
what I want to know. Is he going to get back into form, or is it going to take him 8 weeks
Don't even
to
throw
like
it to
look at
Aaron, 'cause
himself?
he's drunk.
Aaron,
What?
what are you looking for tonight?
Well, I have
Let's
the
give you-
Bucs defense and the Bucs.
Not in
kicker.
fantasy,
Bucs
real
win.
life.
Bucs win.
Jesus Christ!
Bucs
All right,
win.
thank you guys so much.
Bucs
We
win.
got a little. It got a little heated. We got a little
Yeah.
off the rails. Thanks for watching.
I
We're
asked
gonna-
not to be. I
we're gonna-
specifically asked not to be.
Go Titans.
I specifically.
We're gonna
asked
keep
not
doing
to
our
be.
pregame during pregame for a little while. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I
we
like
love
it.
you
I like
guys.
these Thursdays. I like
Enjoy
these
the game,
Thursdays.
and we'll see you next week.
God bless. Chin chin.
Yeah.